Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Angela with Angela's Inspired Creations. Today I'm going to bring you a different type of tutorial. I'm going to show you how to tape your tumblers. So if you like to tape the bottom and tape the top to leave a little bit of the stainless showing, this is how you would do that. If you stick around to the end, I'm also going to show you the way I put the cup on my turner so that you can see how I would pull the tape if my cup was already epoxied. All right, so I'm going to switch over the camera. So now I have my 20-ounce tumbler, stainless steel. This is a Hog brand. I get the blank ones that only have the logo on the bottom, and then that way I don't have a raised logo that I have to try and design around. So I like to have a little bit of the stainless showing at the top and at the bottom. You might only want the bottom showing with your stainless steel, or maybe you only want the top showing. There are different reasons and different choices for why you would do either one of those methods, and that's completely up to you. I will say that the reason why I design my cups with the bottom stainless still and the top stainless is, one, the bottom, I want to make sure that the seal is very good, there's no bumps, and when people are slamming their cups down, I always feel like that's going to crack the bottom, and so I just want to give it that one extra little layer of protection, because we all know that sometimes we don't even think about it and we just slam our cups down. Now the reason why you might want to do your top the same, that way they kind of match, so they look very similar and it's got that overall feeling of like the stainless showing. Another reason why is some people are a little weary of the epoxy touching their lips. So, you want to be able to drink out of it maybe. Maybe people are a little worried about that. So they might also tape the top because of that reason. I tape mine just because I feel a little bit safer with that, and I feel like I get a better seal at the top when I do the taping and I don't go all the way to the edge. When you go all the way to the edge and you have glitter up here, it's very hard to make sure that you feel like you have a proper seal on it. I always worry that I don't, and that for some reason the water's gonna get in there when I wash my cup or something. I know that's kind of crazy because I put several layers of the epoxy on there and I know that it's fine, but I still just get that little nervousness about it. So that's the reason why I tape my top and I tape my bottom. Now, to make it easy, with the bottom, I always tape along the line of where the rim is. I just choose that because it's nice and simple. So what I did so that my top and my bottom could match is, I saw a YouTube video when I first started and I watched hundreds and hundreds of hours of video. I saw a YouTuber that made a pencil or maybe a pen or a Sharpie, and they had it taped to just some little popsicle sticks. And so I was like, oh, I like that idea. And the first couple cups that I did, I followed that person's advice. I only had 2 popsicle sticks and my pencil. The problem was I didn't like how small my silver was at the top. I wanted it to match exactly with the bottom of my cup. So I went back in and I measured with my popsicle sticks exactly how many it would take to get that same level as the bottom there. So for me, that took 2, 4, 5. I have 5 popsicle sticks and they're taped to a mechanical pencil. I went with mechanical because I figured, oh, I can just keep sharpening it, so to speak, by using the mechanical pencil, and I won't have to keep changing out the tape and the pencil. So that was just my thought to try and make things a little bit easier for me, thinking ahead to the future. So you do whatever works for you. Some people say that they use marker, like a Sharpie, to go around, but I always worry that you're going to see that through my design. So I like the pencil because you really can't see it once you have your design on there. It's perfect. So I don't have to do my bottom because I have the line. I just turn my cup over, I have this flat on the ground, and I'm just going to go all the way around. Sometimes I go twice, and I'm just going to run it around, all the way around the pencil. And see, I've already met back to the beginning, but I just go once or twice through there. And now I have a line that goes all the way around. It's perfectly even, and it's the exact same size as this. So what I do then is I use electrical tape. I just get electrical tape from the Dollar Tree. You can get 2 big rolls of this for $1. best bang for your buck, in my opinion. And I like electrical tape better than any other tape because electrical tape stretches, so it will conform to the circle of the cup. Now, I just take my tape, and I like to start at the bottom. So I'm going to start all the way at the bottom, and I'm just going to level it out with that line at the bottom. So see, you can see that I've put my tape there. That one I got a little higher up, so I'm going to go down. That way it's perfectly even with the edge. And then all I do is I just kind of pull. I'm actually pulling kind of tightly, and I just follow very small little steps. I follow around that guide, and I just make it. And if I mess up, I just kind of pull back up and I go back around. So I'm just going slowly around, all the way around the edge of my cup until I meet the other side. Okay, and now as you can see, I've met my other side. I see that my two pieces are lining up, so I go a little extra. So I take my tape and I cut it off a little extra, and I fold it down just a little bit right there, and then I just kind of fold it over to the bottom like that. And then that way, when I go to pull my tape later, I have it ready to pull up. It's easy for me to find it. Now, when I do the top, I like to do it the same way. Like I started right on this side, and I rolled my cup to the left, I guess you could say. I like to do that the same way on both, and I'll explain why after I get the cup taped. I'll show you why it's really important that you try to go both the same directions. So now I just take my tape, I start it again, and again, I just line it up right along that little line that I made in my pencil, and I'm holding it down, and I'm stretching, and I'm pulling as I line it up on that line. It's kind of like coloring the lines with crayons. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, but you just pull it back up. That's the nice thing about the tape, and you can just keep going. And I go all the way around, pulling on it to make sure it's nice and tight. And then when I get back to the beginning, I just make sure that my two pieces line up so it's nice and seamless. And just kind of push down there just to make sure that you're going to have that nice line. Okay? And then again, I pull it, tape it, and I fold it. Now, if this was a 30 ounce, I like to put my spindle with black foam that I use in it first, because I found that if I tuck my tape in there, then when I put my foam in on the 30 ounces, when it's time to pull my tape, I can't find the piece of tape. On the 20 ounces, I don't have that problem because my spindle goes down deeper inside the cup. So I do tape it down, and then I just kind of push it down over the side like that. And again, that's so I have that little lip, pull my tape. Now I have my taped cup perfectly ready to go. When it's time to put it on my cup, I'm going to show you this. It's very important that you put your tape going the same way, because you're going to have to pull this tape. I pull mine after 45 minutes so that it can finish spinning, because if you leave it on the entire time, you're going to have a really hard time getting the tape off. So don't forget to pull your tape. So let me show you the reason why I do that. The reason why I like to make sure that my tape is going in the same direction is because when I put my spindle in my cup, that's not usually the way I do it when it's time to go for real, just being quick for you, and I put it on my turner, okay? When it's actually spinning, I want my turner, if my turner is spinning this way, and there goes my cup going round and round this way, I want to be able to pull my tape to where the tape, so here's my tape right here, I want the tape, as this is spinning this way, I want the tape to be able to slowly pull it up and around, and it's not going against the way that the turner is turning, it's going with the turn. So as it's turning, boop, 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 I'm slowly pulling my tape up. Same thing with it on the top. It makes it super easy, especially if you're using all of your turner spaces, for you to be just pulling your tape as your turner is spinning. You want it to go with it and not going against it to where you're going, oh, how am I going to pull this and it's all wet with epoxy, and you don't want it to make a mess, and you also don't want it to touch your nice beautiful design or get your epoxy messed up. So that is the reason why I always make sure that my tape is going the same direction, and then when I turn my machine on, I just make sure that it's going that direction. So usually I tape going this way around, and I make sure that my turner is going around like this. And that way, as I go, I just slowly pull up my tape, and I keep going, and I pull up my tape as it's spinning around. And then I'm able to just throw it away and get it out of the way instead of it getting, you know, hung up, or me trying to pull my hands up and around and do everything like that. It just makes it super, super easy. So that is why I try to put my tape going the same direction. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope it was very helpful for you. If it was, please make sure you show it a like. Just lets me know that you enjoyed the video and that it was helpful, so I know to keep on trucking with more videos. If you've got any questions, please drop them below in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. If you'd like some other video tutorials that you'd like me to do, just give me some ideas in the comments below as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It helps me grow my channel, and it also helps you by letting you know when I post my next video. So hopefully you will do that, and I will see you next time in my next video. Thank you so much. This is Angela signing out. Bye, guys.